So David, let's talk a little bit about strategy. And as you're building your company, what's the process that goes through your brain about strategy before you sort of talk to employees about it?
Sure.
So talk about the internal process a little bit.
We don't have a formal sit-down kind of strategic process to say this is what we're going to do over the next couple of months in order to kind of formulate a strategy for the future. But we do have two kind of pillars to our strategic process. The first pillar is talking to customers. We are always talking to customers. Matter of fact, I have this, whenever I travel, my vice president of sales or one of our customer service leads, they go into the meeting, they talk and they talk and they talk. And that's good. They're selling, they're telling the story about the company and everything else. I like to ask questions. And towards the end of the meeting, typically I'll ask a customer one simple question. Tell us 2 or 3 things we're doing really well, and bluntly and honestly tell us 2 or 3 things we're doing really bad. And usually ends up being 1 thing we're doing well and 20 things we're doing bad. So that kind of becomes the first data point for strategy, right? Because at the end of the day, the best way to grow your business is with existing customers. And if you can listen to them and understand where they're going, the investments they're making, the things that are challenging for them, that gives us kind of the first data point for strategic development.
I think what you said right there is really interesting because I'm often amazed at the amount of time and energy people will put in to acquire a new customer while they totally ignore their existing customers.
That's right.
And the growth opportunities are often with your existing customers.
Right. Yeah, we call it our core and organic growth process. How do we take our core and continue to embed that in our company, make sure our customers continue to come back from those product lines, and how do we organically grow those relationships to get more vertical with them so we can actually service them in different product lines and so forth. The second data point that we really focus on is I like to find companies that are doing things that we want to do or that are in places in their development where we want to be. Mm-hmm. And we do, one of the things, I love learning, I love studying, I love researching. So I'll literally spend a month looking at 4, 5, 6, 7 publicly traded companies where I can get a lot of information. I'll study their CEOs, study their management teams, study their strategies, their dynamics, their growth profiles, and I do this thing. I map out the growth profile. Where do they start? What are the triggers that kind of help them grow? And we use that as another data point to really figure out, hey, our customers are telling us X. Mm-hmm. These other companies that have been successful and that have achieved kind of where we want to be, they're doing Y. How do we bring those 2 things together and sprinkle in a little innovation and figure out how to kind of continue disrupting our industry a little bit?